We welcome you back inside the booth here as we talk with another Georgia Tech commit and now signee. Christian Pritchett is on the line as we bring him in here on the crowded booth. And Christian, we appreciate you taking the time, my man. I know it's been quite some while we've been setting this thing up, but hey, 2024, you're the first interview of the new year, man, and we're happy to have you on.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, let's get into it, man. I mean, look, I know that this has been a decision that you've kind of had. Look, for lack of better words, I mean, you kind of had this one kind of set in stone for a while. I know there were maybe some other schools showing interest, but let's just kind of start here. Why was Georgia Tech the place for you? And even as other schools recruited you, why do you feel like you wanted to stay locked into what they had going on in Atlanta?
The first thing I want to say is the environment is in Atlanta. I have family out there, so and it's like home because I've been out there a couple of times. And the coaching staff, Coach Ricky Bromfield, he recruited me. That's my guy. He always communicated with me. It wasn't like a week, a month that went by that he didn't ask how I was, and not just football. And I want to say, what else? The education wise, Georgia Tech sets me up after football. So even if I want to pursue my career path, Georgia Tech can help me do that as well.
I know too, man. Talk a little bit about Coach Bromfield. What's that relationship been like? I mean, and obviously a guy that's going to be coaching some DBs too, along with special teams. I mean, what are your thoughts on, just him overall and what that relationship's been like?
On the home visit, Coach Key, he embraced what I had. He explained to everything on why he was committed to me. It wasn't because of any politic things or anything like that. It was just because who he see me on the field and off the field as my character, I would say. And what was the other question?
Just more about kind of Ricky Brumfield and that relationship.
Me and Coach Ricky, he always reaching out to me, connecting with me. Coach Q, the defensive back coach, he always checking up on me, making sure I'm doing good, just ready for me to get up there.
Now, obviously, man, I know being in the state of Louisiana, you guys have a chip on your shoulder. You feel like you have the best high school talent. How do you feel like your high school career has prepared you to make this jump, into the Power Five level and into the ACC?
My preparation going into it, I only played 2 years high school football. My first year, I played quarterback at a 3A high school in Louisiana, Frederick Douglass. Transferred to St. Aug, couldn't play because of ineligible. So I had to sit out that year. And my junior year, that's when I first started getting playing time, rotating in and out with the starting lineup. And that summer of my senior year, going to 7-on-7, going to camps, just trying to get my name out there and getting different advice from different coaches on the game. Senior year came, had a great season. It could have been better, but yeah, season the team wise, we didn't get as far. Second round, that's pretty far, and that just prepared me to be where I am now.
Now, as you kind of get ready to wrap up your senior year, you plan on, is it a summer enrollee or how's that going to work?
Summer enroll, our school don't allow us to do the early enrollment, so I'll be up there first thing in the summer.
I got you. I got you. Talk about, when you went up there for that visit, I know the official visit and everything. I mean, what do you anticipate the atmosphere like? I believe you also visited for the rivalry game against Georgia. Talk about that atmosphere and, what was it like being inside Bobby Dodd when places packed out and it was obviously a great atmosphere and a tough, tough loss for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I like the energy coming out. They had the truck. I don't want disrespect. I don't know the name that well.
The
So
Ramblin' Wreck.
yeah, I didn't want disrespect. That was amazing. They fired the fans up. It was cold that day too, and we from Louisiana, so we don't like that cold too much. And just the atmosphere, watching Coach Brumfield, Coach Key, Coach Q, all those coach the guys up as they go throughout the game. Clayton making big plays, Lamar's making big plays. Just watching those as I'm going into that.
Now, obviously, 24/7 Sports has you as a safety. Do
Yeah.
you feel like that's kind of where you're going to stick if the coaches staff said, "Hey, we want you to be back there, playing center field essentially for us on the defense," or can you be a guy that plays different positions on the back end?
I consider myself a very versatile player, letting coach put me where he needs me and just making the best plays out of it.
Talk a little bit about Coach Key. I know you mentioned that in-home visit that was really, really important for you and your family. What's he like that maybe the fans don't see? I mean, look, we see a lot of the passion, we see a lot of his fiery energy, but in these visits, what would you say are some of the biggest qualities that Coach Key has?
He's a very, I want to say, he got a big heart. He may not show that, but he has a big heart. He's a very I want to say, he's caring. It wasn't just about football at the table. It was about my mental health, my past, things like that. I just think he's there for everybody, not just the program.
I gotcha. I know you guys have a couple Louisiana guys making their way, obviously, to Atlanta. What's the bond like with just the guys that are coming from Louisiana to go to Georgia Tech, and then overall with this 2024 class, which is a talented one that's looking to continue to build momentum there in Atlanta?
Tajay, a rival, play for in the car. We go at it every year. Me and him chatting it up as he up there now. Me and Nehemiah, the kid from Florida that's committed. Me and him playing on rooming together. We just been chatting here and there, trying to connect with each other.
I got you, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Last one for you here, brother, before we get you out of here. We appreciate the time. What would you like the fans to kind of know what they are getting, maybe both on and off the field? Who is Christian Pritchett? Maybe that we don't see, we would just see the helmet, we just see in the pads, but what are we getting when this guy gets to Atlanta?
A very physical, vocal player. I bring energy to the team as well. I like rivalry day, and just want to have a kid that's just want to have fun on the field, flying around.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Christian Pritchett taking the time, man. We appreciate you. Best of luck finishing out your senior season. And, man, we can't wait to see you suit up on the flats.
Thank you.
That's Christian Pritchett there, the safety for Georgia Tech coming up this fall. We appreciate his time, and we appreciate you tuning in. My name is Bryce Koon. This is another episode of Inside the Booth, where we talk with recruits, coaches, and much, much more. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you next time here with the Crowded Booth.